Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches Round 9. And if you'd like to do a layout with today's sketch, you can use hashtag 30DSCBL9 on Instagram or post it in the Facebook group. This is a sketch for today, and it was created by Janet Fritz, who is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube, and part of our group. So I'm sure you've been watching her creations of the sketches all month long on this hop. I'm using Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Weathered Garden. And I got it with my Christmas card money. And my idea for this was to fussy cut the heart out and make it more 3D. Well, then I seen the sketches in January and I thought, oh, I'm going to do it with this and use it for the heart. And my plan was to cut part of it off. But if you'll notice, it is really kind of small compared to the one in the sketch. So I am just kind of moving it over a little bit. And I did fussy cut all that. So, I hated cutting it off anyway. And so my whole heart's going to show, but it is going to be to the right. When I fussy cut it out, I made sure that I could keep the outside part as a frame to use on another layout and not waste it. And I'm basically doing the same thing the original had, only adding a little bit more. I'm going to add some stamps. And of course, it's going to be 3D now a little bit because I have all that foam tape under there. Have y'all ever heard the expression bored to tears? Well, I can tell you exactly what it is now. I was fussy cutting this out, and it's bigger than a lot of things that you fussy cut out. And then I put the foam tape on too. Well, by the time I was done, my eyes were watering and I could barely keep them open, and it hit me. I was bored to tears. I don't mind fussy cutting usually, but to do that much at once, usually I do a little bit here and there while I'm watching TV, and I get up and walk away and come back. No, I sat there till I got everything done and was bored to tears. But since it was already done, I really had a lot of fun putting the rest of the layout together. Now the inks I've been using is, well, I use for the background the wild honey, and then I use bundled sage and peeled paint for the stamping, and then for the sprinkles here, I'm using Mr. Huey's bookworm. I don't know what I'm going to do when that stuff's gone because I really like that color and like adding it as sprinkles on my layout. But I guess I'll have to find something else. I'm figuring maybe in the distress line I might find something. Fingers crossed. Oh, and I forgot to pull out my paper pad that I use for the background. It is not Weathered Garden. It is Craft Consortium Brick Textures paper pad. And I just love it. I've got, let's see, the metallics, the wood grain, the pastel metallics, I think's what it is. It's a lighter color. I was thinking for girl layouts when I got it. I haven't used it yet, and I've had it 6 months maybe. And then this brick one. So yeah, I really love those paper pads. And although I bought them at a couple of places, I get them now at onelifecreations.com. They're cheaper there. And the shipping's not bad either, and they ship pretty quick too. See how easily that went on there already fussy cut and foam tape on there? Oh, yeah. I was really enjoying that it was already made when I actually started the layout today. My photos, I went ahead and matted them twice, once in cardstock and once in a piece of scrap paper from the collection, and I inked it in the bundled sage, the pattern paper. And that paper, it looks brown in some lights and it looks green, a very dark green, in the others. So I'm not sure exactly what color it is. I'm kind of thinking of brown, but it's a kind of a funny color brown if it is. I put the one in the photo, I put the one in the back that looks like she's looking around a corner or something. And then the other one in the front, she just looks so cute there. And my niece is so good at sending me pictures and making sure I have them to scrap with. Um, I fussy cut out, I cut the white part off, but I glued the ephemera to white cardstock, especially on the one, if you do that on the ones that have the little dangly things coming out there, they sit better on the foam tape without kind of falling down. So, yeah, they have cardstock glued behind them too. And I'm just going through there and trying to decide what all I'm going to use. I cut a few more than I thought I needed. And then I cut a whole lot more of that pink fresh branch. I had two left over from the last time, and I didn't think that was enough because at first I thought I was going to have them coming out from the edges of the heart, and then I changed my mind. So I'm going to have lots left over. And my title is going to be Always Just Be You. And I'm putting the same place that it is on the original sketch. And instead of doing a journaling thing there, I put a good cluster of the flower in that spot right there. And I'm using the kind of mustard colored hearts that are foam thickers. Well, three of them anyway. And per my goal, I'm trying to use those got flowers. And this one was kind of like a yellowish creamy color. Not quite what I was needing for my layout because I wanted it to match more of the wild honey. So I used the wild honey and inked them. And then I'm using that cardstock that's behind the photos in the center just to help everything match just a little bit more. And I'm just going to scatter them on there. I had intended, the reason I have so many laying there and dug them out of that jar, to put them all here, put some here and there on the heart. But once I got them done and started putting them on the bottom, I didn't think I'd like them up there. I liked them just on the bottom half of the layout. So I won't be putting them up there at the top after all. But while I'm doing that, I want to mention that down there below will be the links to everybody else that are in on the 30 Days of Sketches by Christy's Beautiful Life. Some will be doing it every day, some days that they can. And yeah, Christy does a wonderful hop, and the next one will be in June, so don't forget that. And we all enjoy joining in, and we're so glad she lets us too. But here's where I'm looking at it and deciding, do I want it at the top or not? And decide that no, I don't want them at the top. But yeah, I liked them with the little yellow flowers at the bottom. And there's the finished layout with my cute little great niece, Isabella. Oh, and I forgot to mention the reason I put the butterflies and that flower on the right hand side is because it just kind of looked a little unbalanced to me. Like I said, my heart is not as big as the one in the original sketch. And there's the foam heart. And there are three of them on there. And oh, and you will see on these photos that there is a couple little extra branches. They were ones that I had cut out from the scraps. And when I went to take the photos and was moving stuff out of the way, I seen a few and added them. I added an extra one there, one beneath the photos, and one to that little cluster on the far right. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. If you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But I hope y'all have a happy, scrappy week. Have fun on the hop. Find time to try out a sketch or two this week. And check out the Facebook group. But bye.